What's going on, guys? I'm in Advantage and welcome back to another NHL 22 video. In today's video, we're ranking the new NHL Moments cards in NHL 22. If you enjoyed today's video, I would greatly appreciate it if you gave it a like. Without any further ado, let's get right on into it. Finally, we get some master set items that are current NHL players and are players that are probably at least somebody's favorite on their respective teams, except for, of course, HOLTBY, who has a Capitals card, but of course, if you're a Caps fan or a HOLTBY fan, this is a card you can go after. That being said, if these are one of your favorite players, by all means, go ahead and pick them up. However, these rankings are solely based on my opinion as to who is going to give you the best advantage to win in NHL 22. Coming in at number 4, we have BRADEN HOLTBY, the 6'2", 214-pounder. Obviously, this is a fantastic card. 71 aggression is extremely low. Everything here is going to be pretty much maxed out if you activate these synergies, which you more likely than not should be able to do so. I like the fact that obviously he has gold post to post, but there's simply better options out there. And for the price that it's going to cost you to upgrade him, I'd probably steer clear of BRADEN HOLTBY. If he was 6'4" or above, be a different story, but either the Robin Lehner, the Pekka Rinne, even the Carey Price, I've had great success with, and I probably wouldn't go out of my way to spend all the coins it would take to upgrade or build this card. Coming in at number 3, we have MIKA ZIBANEJAD, 6'2", 208 pounds. I'm happy to see that he does get a master set item and an upgrade. First off, let's talk about this card art. It is unbelievable. Looks fantastic. He does have Thief, Magician, Well-Rounded, or Protector. I think Thief would probably be a pretty good one on him, especially if you're looking to play him at center. You can really go either way with this one. He also has Applesauce, like the Lamp, Booming Shot, and Gladiator. Of course, any of those are going to suit him well. Applesauce probably is not a bad one, but Booming Shot as well. It's going to help his body checking, but he doesn't really need it, especially with his size. And then has Heart and Soul and Bombarded. I'd probably throw on Bombarded, but for purposes of this, we'll throw on Heart and Soul. He has Elite Edges, Unstoppable Force, Third Eye, and Shutdown, and also Snipe. So the reason he comes in at number 3 for me is don't really love any of his zone or superstar abilities. I would say Elite Edges is probably going to be the one that you would look to activate on him. I don't think Unstoppable Force is necessary. Third Eye is probably not necessary. And maybe you could activate Shutdown, but probably not worth it. I would probably rather put that on a defenseman if you have an extra 1 ability point slot, or even Born Leader on one of your other players. But when we look at his card, 94 acceleration, 94 speed, everything else is 99 in the skating category. Shot is obviously unreal, as well as his hands are completely maxed out. Defensively, this card is a lockdown. At the end of the day, this card is obviously fantastic. And if you're a Rangers fan, this is one that you 1000% pick up. However, I feel like he's going to be passed here relatively soon, especially due to the fact that he only has 94 acceleration, 94 speed. He's a great card, but he's probably going to fall to your 3rd or 4th line fairly quickly if you're HUT rich. If you're not HUT rich, though, I don't think many people are going to be chasing this card. You could probably pick him up for a steal. Looking in the auction house right now, he's going for about 500K. I would assume he might drop down to around 450, especially as these cards continue to come out and people pull them in packs. So I would probably not spend any more than 400 in coins on him. However, if you do have some untradeable items and really wanted to make them, he's not going to kill you, but he's probably not going to be worth it. These next 2 cards are interchangeable depending on your needs, but in my opinion, number 2 is going to be the 96 overall, 6'1", 219-pounder Morgan Rielly. He does have Workhorse, Spark, Wingman, or Thief. I would obviously activate either Spark, Wingman, or Workhorse simply to give him the extra acceleration boost. He has Gladiator, Booming Shot, or Light the Lamp. I would probably throw on either Gladiator or Booming Shot. Booming Shot's going to max out his body checking. And then he also has Buzzing. So it's going to bump up his acceleration speed to 96 and 95. Obviously, this is one of the best left-handed defensemen in the game. But if you're HUT rich, or even if you have the Team of the Year Victor Hedman, he's not going to be, more likely than not, on your first line. He's going to be your second line defenseman, meaning he's only going to see the ice a portion of the game. And for what you're going to spend to make this card, I mean, as we can see in the auction house right now, about 700K or 800K, I probably wouldn't spend any more than 500 on him. I just don't think he's going to be worth it. And unfortunately, I feel that there's going to be multiple left-handed defensemen that are coming out, whether it be a master set item, whether it be the 98 team builders. There's going to just be other options where I feel that if you're HUT rich, he's going to quickly fall to your 3rd line. Now, as I mentioned with ZIBANEJAD, if he's one of your favorite players, or if you're not extremely HUT rich, this is a fantastic left-handed defenseman card. And I feel that a lot of these players are going to be cheaper, whether it is to either build them or just buy their card outright on the auction house. due to the fact that not everyone's going to be chasing them. Elite Edges, Heat Seeker, as well as Tape to Tape and in reverse. And then he also has Seeing Eye. Probably wouldn't activate that unless he's on your first line, but I think he could get away potentially within reverse. But other than that, I wouldn't activate any other ones of those. Shot's pretty good, 99 wrist shot power, 97 slap shot power. Accuracy's okay for a 96 overall card. They clearly see that's where they ducked his points there a little bit. Defensively though, he's pretty shut down, and at 6'1", 219, he's not going to be a liability in your defensive zone. And coming in at number 1, we have the 6'2", 215-pounder TOMAS HERTL. Workhorse, spark, and protector and wingman. Again, I would do one of those speed synergies for sure. He also has booming shot, light the lamp, applesauce, or gladiator. Can't go wrong with really any of those, just depends on what you want to activate. And then lastly, fly the zone or buzzing. I would activate fly the zone. That's going to give you a +2 speed versus just a +1 speed with buzzing. Looking at his card, 94 excel, 94 speed. Shot is pretty much maxed out. Hands are pretty much maxed out. Really everything is pretty much maxed out. At the end of the day, 93 faceoffs, and you probably could get away with playing him at center. I think he's very close to the Jokinen, very close to the Zetterberg. He's probably going to look and play and feel like one of those cards. So maybe if you're like me and you have the Zetterberg on your lineup, you may want to build HERTL, but that being said, you'll probably have to get rid of Zetterberg here within the next week and replace him with the 98 overall. I just don't know what those cards are going to look like yet. And if there's another card that, let's say, is a similar build to HERTL, but has 96 speed, 96 excel, and a maxed out shot, you're probably going to want that card instead. So just something to keep in mind. I would probably not build one of these cards right off the bat. I still feel that they're going to continue to fall in price if you wanted to get them tradable. Now, if you wanted to build them, I think a lot of people are just selling their 87s, 88s, etc., and trying to get rid of their cards because not many people are excited to build one of these cards out of the gate, unless, of course, you're a fan of one of these cards. I don't think it's an L event by any means. I feel like it's still a win, but just something to keep in mind if you're looking to build this HERTL. Elite Edges is not a bad one. I would only activate that, of course, if he's on your first line. Born Leader, I love Born Leader. One of my favorite ones, 1000% activate that, regardless, really. If he's on your first or second line, 100%, even third line, I would activate it. He also has Tape to Tape, Puck on a String, and Unstoppable Force. 3 ones that I probably would steer clear of activating. But overall, this one is going to be probably my best pick out of all of the cards available. Another honorable mention here is the 95 overall Nathan MacKinnon. If we search the auction house right now, you can see that there's one up for $230K, which is a steal in my opinion. That's essentially a master set item for only $230K, and it's tradable. So if you don't have McKinnon's card, obviously he has Gladiator and Booming Shot. Booming Shot's gonna boost up his agility to a 99, and obviously on most teams this is going to be on your first or second line, especially with Elite Edges. I like that as his zone ability. Probably wouldn't activate it unless he was on your first line. However, if you don't have Nathan MacKinnon or need a right-hand shot that's tradable, $230K is an absolute steal for this card. That's it for me on this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you love NHL 22 content, I'd love to have you stick around here with me. Make sure you go ahead and click subscribe.